I just got a brand new wildlife lens and I'm really excited to start using it for some wildlife photography. Hey, how you doing? Welcome to Hawk in the Lens. This video on the Tamron 150-500 lens was originally posted on my other channel before I launched this second birding and wildlife focused channel. So the footage and stuff is a bit old, about 7 months old, but it's still very applicable and it was my initial thoughts at that time. Now that I've had this beast for a while, I'll probably do a long-term review as well soon, but I hope you enjoy the initial thoughts of when I first got this lens. Hey everyone, how's it going? My name's Hawk Sager. If you're new here, I make all sorts of adventure videos in and around Utah, and sometimes I do gear reviews as I get new stuff to take along with me on these travels. Well, this is an exciting one because right here I have the Tamron 150-500 telephoto lens. This one is for Sony E-mount because I have a Sony camera. So let's talk about it. So like I mentioned, this is a telephoto lens. The focal length is 150-500 millimeters. There's also ones out there that are 200-600. I went with the 150-500 mostly because this is on the budget end. I'm really new to wildlife photography, so I didn't want to go all out and drop $2,000 on a lens. This one is probably one of the cheapest options that you can get. There are cheaper, but they don't quite have the same reach that this lens does. So this one will probably run you around $1,000. I think I got mine for just about $900 because I bought it used. I think the key uses of this lens are for sports and wildlife photography. Having that kind of reach is going to suit this perfectly for those needs. So again, when it's at its shortest stage, this is 150 millimeters. When I extend the zoom all the way, it obviously gets a lot bigger, and then this is 500 millimeters. I have the Sony a6400 as my primary camera, and this is an APS-C camera, which means there's a crop. So when I attach this lens to here, it now becomes roughly a 225 to 750 lens because of the 1.5 times crop. But that's pretty awesome for wildlife photography. I can get really close and zoom in to do all kinds of shots. Now just a couple other things that are really nice that came with the package when I bought it. We got a lens cap, just attaches right onto the lens. I also got the very large lens hood that attaches on there too. Then last but not least, we have this, which is really important. This is basically to extend the mounting system because when it's on the camera, you'll see otherwise it would be very top heavy and you can't use a tripod normally. And then this is everything put together. So I got my Sony a6400, the lens on here, lens hood, and the tripod mounting piece. So a couple other features I want to call out on this lens. We have our optical stabilization. There's 3 different modes that I can switch between on the lens, 1, 2, and 3. You can toggle between autofocus and manual focus right on the lens, which can be really handy if you need to do a quick switch, and then use the manual focus ring, which is also right here on the lens. Sometimes there's branches and stuff in the way when you're out there trying to photograph birds, for example, and you just really need that manual focus. So to be able to switch that quickly will be huge so you don't miss your shot. We also have just a toggle on and off for the image stabilization. And then this one here, I'm actually not too sure about it. I think it's something to do with the focusing distance. And then lastly, a cool thing I like, so you can extend to whatever range you want, but what's really cool is if you slide this up, it locks. So then I can't move it if you want to lock in one specific focal length. So that's about all the features of the lens. I think the last thing to do is just take it out for a field test. So I'm gonna head over to a local park near me. We're gonna see if we can photograph some birds. All right, we're here. Just made it to a local park here in Salt Lake City. This is Big Cottonwood Regional Park for all those who are in this area. And yeah, let's see what we can find. I can hear the birds chirping around me, but we'll see if we can capture anything on this. So just a quick review of the lens after using it for a while. It's a great lens. Any failings with it, honestly, are probably my fault because I'm a pretty novice wildlife photographer, but it autofocuses pretty well. Switching between manual and autofocus is awesome. Been able to get some really good zoomed in shots and stuff. Mostly video because that's what I like doing. Personally, I'm not as good of a photographer, but still got a couple pictures too. And yeah, I'm gonna stop the video there. Hope you guys enjoyed the video as always. Leave any questions down below in the comments and hope you like this different gear review for once. Catch you guys next time.